would love to say that I totally came up with this concept, but the beauty of having those 2 years of blogging behind me was that I had a huge community built. And I went to my community, I took a severance package from corporate America and decided to go all in. Like, what am I going to do with this blog? I'm going to try to make this work. And so I had about a year's worth of severance to make things work. And at that point, I went to my readers and I said, if there's one thing I could give to you that you'd be willing to pay for, a small amount, what would it be? What can help you get dressed? What's going to make your lives easier? And I had an overwhelming response come back to me. There was a lot of overlap in that, saying, please just give me a shopping list. Tell me what to go out into the store and buy, because I walk in and I feel overwhelmed. I want to know what basics to have in my closet and where to start. So I started working on this shopping list. And as I was going through it, I realized something. I put my engineer cap on and I thought, well, there are 5 basic elements in every outfit. Not all of us wear all 5 every day, but they are your bottoms, which is anything on your lower half of your body, your tops, which are your shirts, blouses, t-shirts, etc., your toppers, which could be a cardigan, a moto jacket, a blazer, your shoes, and your accessories. And by making these categories and starting to place basic items in each one, I realized that I could mix and match all of these pieces into different outfit formulas.
And men, a lot of our viewers are men that listen, think about this in days that you're really dressed and you look good. Those are better days than the days that you're just sloshing around, even though you won't admit it, most of you. But I think guys are getting more open to that. They're getting more.
I think so too. I actually asked a guy this the other day. I was on a podcast interview and I said, he said, I'm perfectly fine just working in my sweats all day. And I said, it is different for men. And I said, but tell me this, if you get dressed up for a special event, you put on that suit and you feel like $1 million, does that not affect the way you feel? And he said, you know what? Every man will probably tell you when he puts on a tux, he feels like James Bond. So it's so true. It affects all of us for sure.
Yeah, it does. And because they look snappy, when you're really dressed up to something, or you've got an outfit that that presents you in the best light. And I think it's more so if you have any body issues. We all talk about body positivity, but it makes more sense then, if you start to go, man, I don't like myself, I need to work out more, I need to do that. That's when you need to dress up. That is when you need to elevate your mood, because what's the saying? It's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you. Mm-hmm. And that is very true on many things. So sometimes just stopping that cycle and going back is going to insist, well, do I really want to eat that sloppy Joe? I've got my pretty dress on today. Maybe I'll do something else. And it's just like a mindset, and you just make healthier choices. And that's hard because a lot of the food we buy, even fresh food, isn't the best, but we can make better choices.
I think that really the biggest benefit of the community is the support, and women feeling like they're not alone in the fashion journey, or they're not alone in the struggles that they've had. The beauty of it is, because the community is so large, we have so many different types of women represented. So maybe you can't find the perfect pair of jeans for your body type, but there's another woman in that group who has your same body type, and she's going to give you that perfect pair of jeans. So just being able to swap that advice and the support and the tips, and really just having a safe, supportive environment. We have a 0 tolerance policy for anyone being mean. Every opinion needs to be delivered with love. And women just knowing that they're going to have that supportive environment to explore style, which can be intimidating, honestly. I never felt like a stylish person until I started doing all of this. And it was intimidating to me. But being in a group where you feel supported and uplifted and gives you that safe space to explore really just helps you along on that journey so much more than going it alone.
Yeah, because it's really personal when you talk about putting on clothes and how you look and how you feel about yourself. That's a pretty vulnerable place, because we're supposed to be like, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You should be able to wear whatever you want. It's, sack, but that's just not reality. Reality is it does matter, and it does affect our emotions, and it does do all these different things, and it affects how people look at us. And we have to deal in reality. So one thing is, like a business coach I know of, there's what we want, the utopia world that we want, but there's also reality. And we have to live in reality while working to make the small incremental changes to get us better. And so I love the fact that you're doing it in a very common sense way that can affect any woman, regardless of her budget, regardless of anything. Because let's face it, we all know friends that we've met that have all this expendable cash. We're like, it'd be good to be you. And they have no sense of style. They don't, they would need this just like everybody else would need it. And so I think that that's interesting too. And I love the fact that you put links to the different outfits so that they can look for it themselves and shop themselves.